Send me a sign, baby from above. Send me a sign.
My name is Louis March. I'm the founder of the Zero Gun Violence Movement. Zero Gun Violence Movement is a collaboration of over 40 different organizations, agencies, and programs across the city of Toronto that believe that we can do better to end gun violence in our city. It's not easy because on a daily basis, the volunteers that work with Zero Gun Violence Movement see the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to violence. Today, we're celebrating the life of a young man that got shot and killed a year ago. We're celebrating the courage and the commitment and the investment of each and every one of you here today, especially Kelly, who has, we've been working for the last couple of months, and it's been a journey because I see on a daily basis what she goes through. And I congratulate her, and I'll give her to give her a big round of applause, please. She's awesome, she's incredible, she's committed. And she's going to turn a tragedy that she experienced for the last year into a victory for so many. We have a gun violence problem in the city of Toronto. I walk around with a deck of cards as a reminder. In this deck is 52 playing cards. In 2005, '52 people lost their lives to gun violence. 52 people, one card, one life in 2005, lost their lives to gun violence. How many of them could we have saved if we were doing the right things? Last year, 40 people lost their lives to gun violence. How many of them could we have saved? How many of them could have been prevented? From 2005 to 2013, there was a lot of emphasis and programming and support for young people. And we saw a decline in gun violence in the city from the 52 down to 22. However, under the recent government from the city of Toronto, since that 22, we have almost seen 100% increase in gun violence, homicides in the city of Toronto. Almost 100% increase. We're concerned that the government officials are not taking this serious because young people are still telling me that it's easier for them to get a gun than it is to get a job. Something is wrong when our society, when there's people in our society has easier access to guns than to jobs. Something is wrong and something needs to be done. Zero Gun Violence Movement believes that we can get to zero gun violence. However, things have to change. In fact, and this is where I differ with a lot of people, we already have zero gun violence in the city of Toronto. Yeah, it's crazy to say that, right? But we have it in certain parts of the city for certain people. And that is what is wrong. We want zero gun violence in the city of Toronto, not for some, but for all. There's a difference between living in Rosedale and living in Rexdale. Why is there such a big gap? And why are our government officials ignoring our request to bring all the stakeholders to the table to discuss what can we do to eradicate gun violence in our city? Why are government officials more interested in taking trips to Hollywood, to India, to Thailand, but they will not go to Ottawa to speak to the Prime Minister about guns on the streets in Toronto? It's important to us. So what are we going to do after this? This is just the beginning. We will be going to Ottawa, and we will talk to the Prime Minister and his federal ministers. Why is it easier for kids in our city to get guns than it is to get jobs? We can get to zero gun violence, but we need jobs. We need better education. We need healthy communities, not for some, but for all. We need safe communities. not for some, but for all. Do we have the political will to get there? Right now, we say no. We're more concerned about other priority issues. But as I said, we see the good, the bad, and the ugly on a daily basis. We get to work with the mothers, and there's some of them here today that have lost their children to gun violence. Right? There's many more that are not here, that are grieving, that are traumatized every morning they wake up. We have traumatized parents, we have traumatized families, we have traumatized friends, as you can see from what was said today. We have traumatized communities, because gun violence, when the bullet is fired, there's a bigger story to be told. So we are about looking at that bigger story and doing something about it. Today is just one event where we recognize and celebrate the life of a young man that got shot and killed for no reason. Every day in court, Kelly is there at the preliminary hearing. She can't talk about these things. We can talk about it, right? But not only Kelly, there's many other mothers. There's many other parents that have to tolerate and put up with this. We have work to do. The solution to gun violence for us is not going to come from Ottawa. It's not going to come from Queen's Park. It's not going to come from City Hall. It's going to come from you. It's going to come from we doing our work that we know what we need to do. We can do the best that we can, but we need to do it together. We need to support Kelly. We need to support Nancy. We need to support Patricia. There's many mothers out there that we work with that have lost their children to gun violence. And people say there will be closure. There will never be closure. There's never closure for them, and there's never closure for us until we have zero gun violence in the city of Toronto. Thank you very much, Kelly. Keep up the great work. We have a lot of work ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Watch the sky for your red